Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are drinking Mortal Bloom Tropical Fate from Founders Brewing Company out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you for joining us.
Mortal bloom, tropical fate. We were gone by monsoon, but the ghost stayed late. Salt on our lips, time on our skin. We were burning so bright, we were never built to win. Mortal bloom, tropical fate. I would do it again just to watch us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. There's Jay, there's Andy in the attic, I'm Ben. What are we drinking today, my friends?
We're going to have the Founders Mortal Bloom series again. We're going to try this Tropical Fate. It's not an IPA out of the Mortal Bloom like the others we're used to. So it's a fruited ale.
Give it a shot.
We'll see. Yeah.
This is another one of those boxes we bought that has multiples in it, so.
It was gifted to us by a friend of mine who traveled up to Michigan. Brought back the box. So,
well, which friend are we announcing that friend?
it's from Tim and Gina.
Okay.
So,
thanks.
That's two friends, or
Yeah.
unless Tim and Gina is the first I've ever heard of that name.
Well, cheers, Tim and Gina.
Mr. Tim and Gina or Miss Tim and Gina. I don't. Cheers.
Cheers,
to
mate.
you, Tim and
cheers,
Gina.
mates.
Sounds like a medical condition. Very
Interesting.
fruity, tropical smell. It gets its name legally? No, honestly. Let's dive in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Mortal Bloom, Tropical Fate, as it says, spread across the screens. Fruited ale. It's offered year-round. Definitely in this pack. Yeah, not here. It is 6% ABV, 10 IBUs. Has tastes of pineapple, lime, and coconut. It's mildly tart with a sweet finish. It uses Magnum and Pearl hops and wheat malt. Just want to say, again, with the can art, Audrey 3, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then one's got an eye, it's one plant and that's the eye. Single eye. This reminds me of like video games and first person, you're going around and exploring the world, and you get these strange creatures.
Those first person shooter games.
Yeah, or just the adventure games, and
So you got your pineapple, your lime, you got your Birds of Paradise on there. It's kind of
neither of y'all play video games. Why would this remind you of a video game?
I played video games when I was young, but no, I don't have
You
time
think
for
you
that.
know me?
I do.
You think you know me?
I do.
This is a discussion for later.
Okay.
But did they put the lime in the coconut?
Sounds like a Discord topic. I do not see a coconut on there.
Yeah. How about that? Anywho, this is to be added to our Founders playlist. Founders Brewing Company out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's founded in 1997, but technically it's now a macro brewery. And it was started by two homebrewers. They got taken over by the Spanish Armada, the Spanish conglomerate Mahu San Miguel in 2019. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody had this one?
Nobody logged it.
The next appropriate question.
No, I mean, it's, this was a 12 pack, but it had 4 beers, so there was only 3 of each. And
Yep.
the only one that otherwise I've found that we can get down here is the original Mortal Bloom, which we've already reviewed. I can't get the other 3 variations.
So we had the Imperial Thorn already. This Tropical Fate, and what'd you say? The Sinister Haze was the next one.
Yeah,
last
Sinister Haze is the
I
next
want
one.
to call it Sister Hazel. That's what I keep thinking when I
Yeah.
seen that can.
All right, Andy, why don't you go first for us?
When I see fruited ale, I kind of when I going into this, because I was thinking it was an IPA, but when I looked at it, I was like, because I had actually researched it a while back. I was like,
Yeah.
although I do prefer fruited ales over fruited lagers, mostly. So I think I'll just say I like it. The greatest part to me is how that coconut comes through. It tastes less like a beer and more like I went to a resort and ordered a fruity drink and it melted, but it's still a quality taste, because that's what it tastes like. It tastes like I guess it's the coconut and the citrus is just bringing it all out. And like maybe there's rum in it, but you can't tell. But some type of alcohol, it melted, but I'm still digging it because I paid way too much for it, and I'm gonna finish it. That said, it doesn't taste enough like beer, but still it's good, and I would have it again. So I'm gonna give it justly a 7.5.
All right. I'll jump in and go next. I had a different thought, but I see where you're coming from. My thought was, when you're younger and you get one of those like sherbet and, Sprite mixes when you go to like a wedding or something where they maybe don't have alcohol. That was the first thing I thought of. They might put a little pineapple juice in it, because the pineapple hits me on the front end. I think the coconut comes in a little bit on the back end, but it's heavy pineapple for me. But yeah, I definitely could see where this also could be like a TGI Fridays drink that you thought was going to be great, and is maybe like you said, overpaid for and whatnot. To me, this one's just okay. It's one of those that I think I'm okay trying today and skipping going forward, because again, it's not enough like a beer for me to want to drink it. And I don't, there's only a few of the kind of fruity drinks that I enjoy. So this one's just okay. Like I'm glad we reviewed it. I think it's definitely interesting enough to try if you've never had it. But for me, it's probably a 6. Jay, what do you think?
I'll take it a step further. It reminds me of a juice box. So,
Do that too. Yep.
As a
Never
kid.
had a cool juice box like this. I would.
The first
You're not going to the right place.
Before you told us the tasting notes, Andy, I was like, "Is that apple?" I mean, I can't really tell. And then when I
It's a box of Mott's.
when I tried a little further, that pineapple is just through and through. Like Ben said, it kind of punches you, hits you early. There is no, the description I think you said was mildly tart, and then it's like majorly sweet. I don't get any tart on it. It just kind of goes to that sweet level. And I get more pineapple, maybe the subtle coconut on the back end, but it's like a juice box in a lot of ways. And Ben, like you said, it's not really what you think of as a beer. Or Andy, I don't know. It's
Definitely doesn't think beer.
I'm kind of with you, Ben. I'd pass on it if I had to again. I mean, if you hand it to me, I'm gonna drink it, but I'll give it a 7. I mean, it's got good flavor. I wonder if that lime tries to contradict some of the pineapple and the coconut in there, but overall, I think it's a good flavor. So.
Yeah, I think the mix of all the flavors for me, it's like it's almost there if it's a real, because of how sweet it is. If it's almost there as a flavor that I like, but it's not quite. It's like it has too much of something for me. personally.
It's probably that sweet pineapple.
I mean, I don't know. I can drink pineapple juice right out of the can. I like pineapple juice a lot. It's like the mix. I don't know if it's the mix of lime that's in there, or just
It's
something.
kind of in the middle. When you take that first sip, you get
Yeah,
the first part of it. You get the pineapple, and then it's
Mhm.
like the lime hits, and it's like, oh, is
yeah.
that supposed to be there?
So
And then the
that's
coconut on the back.
the part for me that I'm not quite sure on. So, but yeah, I think it's definitely. I mean, it's definitely a fun one. Again, if you never had it and you come across it, I think it's worth grabbing and seeing what you think about it. Leave us a comment down below. That's going to be a 6.8 for the Founder's Mortal Bloom Tropical Fate. Definitely an interesting beer as we've discussed. So if you like a sweeter beer, then I think this is definitely one you can check out. Appreciate you checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. We definitely appreciate that. Check out all the links down below for Hopped Up Beer Review merch, Hopped Up Beer Review Discord, Hopped Up Beer Review Patreon. It's all down below. And we'll see you on the next one. For Jay and Andy in the attic, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Mortal